This cosmic landscape fuses the disparate elements of Dominguez's personality and the concerns of the wider surrealist group into one dreamscape. Whereas the realistic draftsmanship of flowing lava pays heed to the volcanic eruptions and landslides that are part of the landscape of Dominguez's homeland of Tenerife, the composition itself is rich in the spirit of surrealist automatism. The technique of automatism in painting aimed to translate the unconscious mind onto canvas, which became a key interest for the surrealists after reading the psychoanalytical papers produced by Sigmund Freud. The process required the artist to establish an initial image by pressing canvas or paper onto wet paint, and the resulting image was used as the basis for a painting. It was an experimental technique that Dominguez used and developed into a specific approach, and he used it to break new ground artistically and in the surrealist terms of exploring the human subconscious. This work, completed between 1938 and 1939, places Dominguez with the influential group of artists who are anticipating the onset of war and oppression in Europe, notably Dali, Breton, Ernst, Masson, and the Chilean painter Matter. The eyes of the viewer are taken on a virtual and rapid journey from right to left and then towards the horizon point of the composition, alongside the direction and speed of the flow of lava. The brushwork that Dominguez uses depict the three land masses, directs the eye towards the flow, and suggests the inevitable seeping of Earth into the dreamscape that surrounds it. The Cosmic Landscape series of work by Dominguez places him amongst artists who were precursors to the space movement, whereby the compositional elements of clouds, cascades and undulating other worlds seem to represent the origin of the universe, and inevitably galaxy disintegrations. The multi-layered representation of cooled and moving lava is a realistic representation of a volcanic landscape, changing and progressing over time. But further to this, Dominguez uses this landscape to depict his nostalgia for stability. The disintegrating landmasses and monochrome palette give an impression of the initial stages of fear that accompany the onset of war. Just as this series of paintings announces the loss of freedom for Europe, Dominguez's cosmic landscape also preempted the fragmentation of the surrealist movement, which happened shortly after being completed.